All right. Welcome to Trolls Toys. Let's get into it and see what we have today. Figure reviews, toy hunts, etc. All right, welcome back to Trolls Toys with another unboxing video. As I mentioned, I'm on my G.I. Joe classified journey. And this is one of my favorites from when I was little. And BBQ and Airtight, I had some good times with them. So we're going to unbox BBQ number 32 in the G.I. Joe classified series. But we also have his Mad Marauders, I'm going to call it a variant, or repaint, number 58. So we're going to unbox the Mad Marauders first because I don't remember this one. And then we'll compare him to the OG BBQ. So we got Mad Marauders BBQ out of the box, right? And I must say a couple of things, right? I'm not a big fan of those windowless boxes. I'm sort of glad they ditched those. I like the boxes that they started with the best, probably. I mean, the newer boxes are slightly smaller, which I guess makes sense. But obviously, this is not a BBQ that I remember from when I was a wee tyke, right? I remember the OG, which we're going to open up momentarily. Even though it might be a slightly newer take on the original. You know, retro card BBQ would be cool at some point. But, you know, he is quite stiff, right? His knees, like I said, just came out of the box, obviously. But he does have the split action. Not as much on the right leg as the left leg, right? Arms also quite tight. Yeah. He doesn't have a lot of movement. Maybe it's because of this little collar here. But they will rotate around. And I know some of you are big on articulation and are like, his head rotates all the way around. What do you want? Some Linda Blair type exorcist shit? Does your head rotate all the way around? It's not supposed to, but it does if you're so inclined, right? But like I said, his arms are a little bit tight, but he is brand new, right? Straight out of the package. Yeah, I'm not going to force it at the moment. I'm going to get more into his accessories. So he comes with, you know, the SCBA for the backpack, right? So we'll get that attached. I love the axe, right? Obviously, BBQ being the firefighter like he is. And I think Blowtorch is coming out later this year, so we'll be able to pair the two together. Like I said, I'm holding out that Airtight comes out sometime in the near future. Pretty badass firearm. Looks like it's got a silencer on it for some reason. You know. But we'll get it equipped onto him as well. Goes right into the holster. Got the smaller axe as well, which I guess we could put on the backpack somewhere, I suppose. Looks like here, or yeah, it looks like it's gonna be on the right side. Damn, I suck with getting these backpacks into the pegs. And then he's got his air hose, obviously. So we'll figure out how to get this. I fucking struggle busting these. I usually just pause so you don't have to watch me struggle, but to hell with it, right? I think struggling is part of the fun. Hell, I guess that is not a silencer. That is like, I don't know what it is, but it looks like this attaches to that. Is that right? So obviously, I guess I was sadly mistaken. It's not a silencer. That's more of like I guess it's supposed to be like a gun that he uses for, it's like a fire extinguisher, which is pretty damn cool. So we'll get this out of his hand, and we'll get this fire extinguisher into his hand. I don't know about you guys, but once again, I always struggle with this. Sometimes I break out the hair dryer to heat the hand up. And I know many of you are going to be like, damn, he could have edited all this out. But that's part of the fun. I fucking struggle with these figures. I'm old. Right? So, like, this trigger finger is always a pain in the ass. And some of you may be like, man, he's terrible. He's got no coordination. This is true. All of the above are true statements. Right? He does have a spot where he could store the small axe over here. if you're so inclined, right? We're going to put it in his left hand if I can get it in there without too much difficulty. All right, so here we have Mad Marauders Barbecue, number 58 in the line. Struggle busting as usual. The axe is falling out now, the big axe. But it's got on figure storage for the large axe. We got the fire extinguishing gun in the right hand. We got the small axe in the left hand. And this is the Mad Marauders Barbecue. I know there's Mad Marauders, what? Low Light Spirit, who I don't have. Sergeant Slaughter, who I do have. And then this Barbecue. Is that it for the Mad Marauders so far? Like I said, I'm a rookie. But this is Mad Marauders Barbecue, number 58 in the line. And we're going to get number 32 in the line, the Cobra Island Barbecue, which is more of the traditional Gabriel Kelly, out of the package. And then we'll compare the two. All right, now we got number 32 in the classified series, which is the more traditional Gabriel Kelly or barbecue. Right? It's Cobra Island on the packaging, right? So we can see the traditional paint versus the Mad Marauders paint job. All right, file card. Firefighter, code name Barbecue. File name Kelly Gabriel A. Primary military specialty, fireman. Secondary military specialty, infantry. Place of birth, Boston, Massachusetts. If Kelly hadn't joined the G.I. Joe team, he would have been the 7th Kelly in his direct line in the Boston Fire Department. His love for the job is not based on family loyalty or even a more general sense of duty. He simply likes riding on the back of the truck with the wind in his face and sirens wailing, lights flashing and the bells clanging. Being allowed to knock down doors and smash windows with his axe is just frosting on the cake. Barbecue is what you call your basic party animal. He can open bottles with his teeth, pick up quarters with his ears, and wrap his lips completely around the bottom of a quart Coke bottle. You may well ask how all this affects his function as the G.I. Joe firefighter. It doesn't. It simply makes him a more interesting fellow to have around. So, once again, articulation is going to be identical because they're the same figure. He obviously has the exact same accessories because it's basically just a repaint, right? Between this version, the Cobra Island, more traditional barbecue, and the Mad Marauders, sort of the blue and green and gray variant, which is number 58. You know, as one of the YouTubers I watch a lot says, got to get the most out of your molds, right? Kyle Peterson. I don't want to steal his tagline. That is what he says, though. And it is very true. So it's basically just barbecue in a different color scheme. So same weapon, same everything, obviously. So here we have both versions of barbecue. Mad Marauders, number 58 on the left, and Cobra Island, the more traditional style barbecue on the right. I got them paired in the same fashion now with the accessories, but I believe what I'm going to do is we're going to pose one of them slightly different. I believe I'm going to do this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Marauders barbecue with the fire extinguishing gun, for lack of a better term. And I'm going to have the OG barbecue with both the large axe and the small axe, and he's going to have this gun holstered, right? I don't know what you guys think, right? If I'm comparing the two, I know it's the same figure, and some of you may be a bigger fan of the repaint, but if online sales are saying anything, this one I got for half price, right, of his retail price normally, whereas this one was more closer to just the regular, like 24 bucks retail price. So I would assume all of you are going to be like me, and you're going to go the nostalgia route, and you're going to say that the OG barbecue is better. And I'm going to agree with you, right? I don't think this barbecue is bad, right? I just don't remember it from when I was smaller. And when I had so many 3 3/4 Joes. I don't even know that I ever had this, if it even existed. But I definitely had this guy. He was one of my all-time favorites. Like I said, it'd be him and Airtight were up there as some of my favorite G.I. Joe characters. Obviously, on the Cobra side, I was a big Storm Shadow guy, Nemesis Enforcer. Not Nemesis Immortal, who I don't have, by the way. But overall, they're both very good figures. I'm stoked because, like I said, BBQ was one of my favorites. I'm going to give number 32 the edge. Once again, thanks for watching Trolls Toys, and we'll see you soon.